Imagine if your bank account had a heartbeat. If your savings could warn you of stress before it hit. If, like a smartwatch alerting you to rising blood pressure, your finances could signal red flags before disaster struck. In 2025, that future isn't science fiction. It's quietly arriving in your pocket. Across the world, a new wave of apps and devices are changing how we think about money. These aren't budgeting tools or expense trackers. There's something more advanced, financial fitness trackers. Just like health tech transformed how we monitor our bodies, this new wave of fintech promises to anticipate and possibly prevent financial breakdowns before they happen. Think of them as predictive analytics for your wallet. These AI-powered systems crunch thousands of personal data points in real time. Not just how much you spent on coffee, but where you bought it, how often, what time of day, and even how your behavior compares to people in your income bracket. The goal? Early warning signs. A rising trend in discretionary spending, a recurring payment you forgot about, a pattern of emotional shopping after stressful workdays. The tracker sees it and flags it. Some of the most advanced models even integrate biometric and psychological data. If your smartwatch notices increased heart rate variability on days you overspend, or if your mood tracker dips during retail binges, the app might gently step in with suggestions. Major players like Clio, Copilot, and Monarch are refining this concept, but the real disruption is coming from newer startups blending behavioral science, AI, and wearable tech. One startup in Berlin is testing a financial aura score that updates daily, not based on your account balance, but on your spending mindset. In San Francisco, another firm is piloting a smart ring that vibrates when you're about to make a bad financial decision, based on biometric stress indicators and GPS signals. Critics call it invasive. Fans call it revolutionary. Either way, it's clear that we're entering an era where money management isn't just about tracking. It's about predicting. And this prediction is becoming eerily accurate. Some systems claim over 80% accuracy in detecting patterns that precede a financial emergency, such as job loss, credit default, or mental health spirals linked to financial stress. But the rise of financial fitness trackers isn't just a story of innovation. It's a window into something deeper, our growing need to externalize discipline. We've long known that human willpower is flawed. That's why we use alarms to wake up, calorie apps to eat better, and gym watches to stay fit. Now, we're outsourcing our financial discipline to technology, asking algorithms to catch what we can't. For some, this is liberating. For others, it feels dystopian. After all, what does it say about society when we need an app to stop us from impulse buying sneakers or skipping rent for a last-minute vacation? Are we optimizing or surrendering? Let's start with one of the most talked about tools, Copilot. Originally designed as a slick budgeting app, Copilot evolved into something smarter, learning your habits and suggesting personalized forecasts. If it notices that your grocery bills spike on Fridays and that you tend to make large online purchases after 11 p.m., it will begin to suggest safe zones for spending, nudging you away from impulsive decisions. Over time, Copilot creates what it calls a financial circadian rhythm, mapping your optimal money moments based on sleep, calendar, and transaction data. It even links to your calendar and Apple Health to see when stress and spending align. Then there's Neurobank, a UK-based app that recently launched in beta. What makes Neurobank unique isn't what it tracks, but how it speaks to you. Instead of sending guilt-inducing alerts, Neurobank uses therapeutic language inspired by cognitive behavioral therapy. If you're overspending, it might ask, is this purchase solving a problem or creating one? If you miss a financial goal, it reframes the miss as a lesson. The app's creators include neuroscientists, therapists, and former banking execs. They believe that shame is one of the biggest drivers of financial spiral, and that empathy can stop it in its tracks. Meanwhile, in Asia, an app called Satori is merging mindfulness with money, drawing from Buddhist philosophy and minimalism. Satori's interface is serene and uncluttered. Every financial decision triggers a short breathing exercise. You want to transfer $800 from your emergency fund to buy a luxury watch? First breathe. Ask yourself why. The app pauses your transfer for 30 seconds, encouraging reflection. This friction isn't accidental, it's philosophical. Satori's users report lower financial anxiety. Even if their spending doesn't decrease dramatically, they feel more in control. And in today's noisy financial landscape, control is priceless. On the more futuristic side, we have Haven. Currently in private pilot with several VC-backed beta testers, Haven isn't an app, it's an ecosystem. Users wear a biometric bracelet that syncs with a home hub and mobile dashboard. The bracelet tracks cortisol levels, skin temperature, and pulse variability. The hub monitors household spending patterns via linked cards and IoT sensors. When financial stress indicators cross a certain threshold, Haven can lock spending across shared accounts, dim smart lights to a calming hue, and even play music tailored to soothe your mood. It's a literal mood bank. Critics say it's too much. Fans say it's the future. One early adopter told us, "I don't think of Haven as a tracker. I think of it as a co-pilot for my nervous system." And finally, there's Ember, the most controversial of the bunch. Ember is an AI-based financial agent that can make transactions on your behalf. It learns from your financial behavior, your emotional states, and your stated goals. If you've told Ember you want to buy a house in 3 years, it will begin diverting funds, flagging purchases, and even blocking transactions that don't align. It's like giving power of attorney to a machine, but with override options. Ember doesn't just suggest, it acts. Some users find it empowering. Others feel uneasy. After all, what happens when you regret a blocked transaction? Or if Ember saves your money at the cost of your autonomy? These tools raise questions we've never had to ask. Where's the line between helpful guidance and algorithmic control? What happens when your financial health is gamified? When your sense of self-worth is tied to a score updated hourly? For many users, these tools are lifelines, especially those with ADHD, anxiety, or inconsistent incomes. They provide structure, safety, guardrails against impulsivity. But beneath the innovation lies a more philosophical shift. The idea that money is no longer just about numbers. It's about behavior, emotion, memory, identity. Our financial lives are not spreadsheets, they're stories. And these trackers are becoming editors. As with all technologies, the key is intention. Used mindfully, these tools can empower. Misused, they can manipulate. The challenge lies not just in the software, but in the user. Because no app, no matter how smart, can replace financial literacy. It can only enhance it. Like training wheels, these trackers can guide, but eventually we all have to ride alone. Still, the potential is enormous. Imagine a world where bankruptcy rates drop because people saw it coming, where people budget without shame, where money becomes less about fear and more about flow. That world is slowly forming. Not in the future, but now. In the end, the financial fitness tracker isn't just a gadget. It's a mirror, one that reflects your values, your fears, your patterns. And sometimes what you see might just save you. Subscribe for more cinematic investigations into the intersection of money, technology, and the hidden rhythms shaping our future.